So it's Sunday, July 9th, I think, something like that. It's 3:15, and I'm on my way to go see the movie The Sound of Freedom. And so I'm going to do just a very quick what I've been thinking before I go see this movie. I don't know what to expect. I've always known that child trafficking was out there. When Q came out, 2017, I believe, and it took a while to gain traction. I thought it was ridiculous. Pizzagate and spirit cooking and adrenochrome and all this other stuff. I mean, adrenochrome is a medicine that your doctor can give you. I don't remember exactly what for, but I know that it's a medicine. So the idea of having to kill children and terrify them in order to get it just seems a step too far, if I'm honest. But I gotta say, there's so many things that I have written off over the years. I viewed myself as being a somewhat intelligent person. I do a lot of research. I do a lot of investigation on my own. I don't rely on the news. They lie to us, and I've known that for a long time. With everything that we found out about COVID, the vaccines, about China, about Russia, about Ukraine, about the government, about Biden, about the laptop, the FBI, the DOJ, Epstein, John McAfee. There's so much. I've joked with people a few times that Godzilla could show up off of Santa Monica Pier in a pair of nipple clamps, and I would no longer bat an eye. At this point, there is so much stuff that is going on, and it's stuff that I discounted. I'm aware of it. I'm willing to believe anything, but I'm skeptical. So I've kind of held a lot of this stuff off. Seeing Mel Gibson, Jim Caviezel, Jim, he's been kind of pigeonholed by Hollywood because of the Passion of the Christ. And Mel Gibson has been kind of treated as a pariah for years in Hollywood. But now Dana White has come out and supported this, the president of UFC. There are a lot of people that are starting to come out, and they're talking about all this stuff as if they actually believe it and if it's actually true. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos. There is horrible stuff out there. In trying to disprove things, I saw things that I wish I'd never seen. Yeah. So when the movie came out, I was aware of it, vaguely aware of the guy. I gotta say, in 2018 or 2019, I started noticing on the news back then, a lot of child trafficking rings were being broken up all over the U.S. Cleveland and Florida and California and so on. Just all over the place. There were more child trafficking busts. I forget if it was 2018 or 2019, but when I looked, it looked like that there were more child trafficking busts in 1 year than there had been in the last 10. And at that point, I thought, maybe there's something to this. Still didn't believe in the adrenochrome, spirit cooking, and Luciferians, and all the other kind of crazy stuff out there. But I'm like, okay, in a disinformation campaign, you sometimes put a lot of truth out, and then you put, 5% in that's a lie. But it's so important that it can make you wreck your entire argument, or it will lead you to really bad outcomes, really bad decisions. And so I'm cautious of that. So that's my attitude walking into The Sound of Freedom, is I'm cautious. A lot of people are saying a lot of things about it. But I always go back to the verse in the Bible where Jesus says, broad is the way that leads to destruction, and basically everybody's on it, and narrow is the path to salvation, but few people find it. Steve Jobs used to say, when everybody's going one direction, I'm going to go the other direction. Warren Buffett says, when people get greedy, I get scared. When people get scared, I get greedy. You'll never get anything different if you follow the crowd. Even my skincare stuff, if you like stuff from CVS, go buy it. I don't care. But if you're worried about the stuff that you put on your skin, that you put in your body, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, if you're interested in kind of supporting local people and having kind of a natural product as opposed to who knows what gets put in stuff in China before it gets shipped over, then maybe people would want to buy my stuff, Brown's Body Barn. I always go the opposite direction. I always have. It's more likely that I'll find the truth on my own than I'll find the truth chasing after people that don't know, and they don't care that they don't know. What's the difference between ignorance and apathy? Don't know, don't care. That is most of the world today. So I'm on my way to see the movie. We'll see what happens, and I'll do an after video talking about that.